Hi, everyone. Thank you for watching. I'm back here with President of BookBaby Jim Foley, and currently we're recording this in early September when it's 90 something degrees out, and it's hard to think that the holidays are approaching, but in reality, it's going to be here before you know it. And this is the time for independent authors to start planning and preparing for one of the busiest retail seasons of the year. So, if not the busiest, actually. So, Jim, thank you so much for taking the time and talking about this with me.
Thanks for having me. Very excited. It's a great topic.
Yeah, and the retail industry and specifically the book retail industry brings in billions every year. And like there's room at the table for every author, every business. So I just wanted to, you know, start by asking you, what would you say are some early strategies that independent authors should consider when trying to take advantage of the holiday season and specifically Black Friday and Cyber Monday?
Yeah, I think having an effective marketing plan and making the most of Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales really is the fuel that makes your book a holiday bestseller. And we see it every year. We have holiday bestsellers here at BookBaby, and that's something they almost always have in common. They planned a great promo for Black Friday and Cyber Monday.
In, you know, with Black Friday and Cyber Monday, whether you're thinking about books or any other industry, the first thing that comes to mind is discounts and promotions. I mean, I'm just like thinking about people lining up outside Walmart at 3 a.m. on Thanksgiving, you know.
Mhm.
So, what is really, how can an author utilize limited time offers to optimize their sales?
Well, you said it, right? Every Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale has a killer deal, right? And you can do that. You can have a killer deal at BookBaby because, to my knowledge, we are the only selling platform for independent authors that allows coupon codes. So if you're a BookBaby author, you can generate a unique coupon code right from your publishing account. It's super easy to do, and it's for the BookBaby Bookshop. So say you want to make your book 50% off. You can do that and set up the coupon code and give it a cool name, 50 off whatever your book or something. Um, Better than that. And put some thought into it, be creative. Um, and then, just like every other marketing campaign, and Joe and I talk about it in these videos all the time, target your audiences, right? So in your marketing plan, target the audiences and tell them why your book is perfect, makes the perfect holiday gift for somebody in their life, makes it, tie it into the holiday, why you should buy this book on Black Friday or Cyber Monday with this killer deal for this kind of audience. And that's the foundation of your marketing plan.
Yeah, and it all goes back to, I actually think the very first video we did, we talked about how important it is to know your audience. And when it comes to the holiday season, it's all about packaging your book and positioning it as the perfect gift for someone. And you can't do that without having a strong understanding of who your audience is. And, one question I would have is what are some ways that an author could really strategize who this is going to be sold to? Who is my main target, especially when a book could have multiple different groups of people interested in it?
Yeah, well, like we highlighted in the past, you sit down with a pen and a piece of paper, and you write out literally who do you think, start with the largest and just brainstorm as many cohorts of people, buyer personas they're called. Who are the people, the types of them, who are going to appreciate this book? They're this kind of profession, they're this age, they're this kind of income, they live in this certain area, they're interested in these certain things, and spell it all out. And then, rank them in the order of there's the most of these kind of people, and then the next most of these kind of people, and then go all the way down and figure out where those people are and how you can get to them. So maybe they're in this kind of Facebook group. So I'm going to go there and be a member. Or maybe, you know what it really is? I'll give you a pro tip that's amazing for authors to do with a Black Friday sale. So let's say Joe and I both write books about sports, and we love sports and we write books about sports. Joe's got an audience on social media. Love Joe, love his books. I have a different audience on social media. They love my books. What I can do is I can create my coupon code and I can call Joe and say, Joe, I love you. I love your books. We're in the same genre. Let's make a deal where you promote my book and my deal to your social media audience in anticipation of Black Friday and Cyber Monday. And I'll do the same thing for you. I'll say, hey, everyone, check out Joe Yamulla. He's got this great book about the Philadelphia Phillies and the history of them. It's amazing. You're absolutely going to love it. I love it. And guess what? Joe's offering you a great deal for Black Friday. You can get 20% off his book. And you can make these kind of deals, and it's great because you're building relationships and you're collaborating, and it's an easy way to get yourself and your book into a whole new audience who might not know you, and it doesn't cost you anything. Just a little friendliness and a little collaboration, a little time.
Yeah, that's a great point. I think cross promotion, and you could do this with not only with different authors, but with different businesses, bookstores. Um, there's so many different ways that you could reach different people and collaborate with other partners. Because, like I said, there's room at the table for everyone. So let's say then someone has a killer deal. They know their audience. What are some strategies they can then utilize to get that messaging across and promote?
hmm Well, you want to create urgency in the message. So you want to start your start your planning now. Like we're in the first week here in September. Start planning now. Write out your marketing plan. So first start with here's my killer offer, here's my coupon name, it's going to resonate. Here's my target audiences. Here's the messaging because each target audience might appreciate and benefit and be motivated by a different kind of message, right? So, if you're targeting the reader of the book, the messaging to them might be different than if you're targeting a person who might consider buying that book as a holiday gift for that the reader, the ultimate reader. So your messaging is going to be a little different for each kind of group. So put some good thought into that and write it all out. And you want to be short, concise, impactful, and you want to figure out all the communication channels that you're gonna want to get this message into. That certainly is your email newsletter list that your author list that you're building. Hopefully, you're using the tools at BookBaby to do that. Um, you're going to do the kind of collaboration efforts that we just talked about. You're going to maybe you're going to want to do paid social ads. Paid social ads are fantastic for this kind of thing, right? They're perfect because it's creates urgency. You may make a video, right? You can make a quick little video of, hey, I'm Jim Foley. Here's my book. I got this great deal. I really want you to try it for Black Friday or Cyber Monday. Real quick, cool video. Put it in your ad for social media. We can help you do that here at BookBaby. And then, start the campaign like I would say like, 10, 15 days leading up to these holidays and these shopping holidays. And that's kind of what you see out there. You start to hear about the Black Friday sales, right? Several weeks before Black Friday. And then you build anticipation and people know like, okay, that's the day that I can use the coupon code and I'm going to go and do it. And you can also do like other kinds of paid ads too. So depending on, you know, where you're directing people, maybe you'll do some Amazon ads, maybe you'll do some, a TikTok event or something. People do creative things where they'll do like um some kind of like live Q&A for 20 minutes on social media. You can do all kinds of fun things to get attention and make it an event. Black Friday is an event. Here's your code. Get my book at a discount. Make it
Yeah,
fun.
just a couple things I want to quick follow up on based on what you said. One thing you mentioned the email newsletter. One thing that I advise for authors is make sure you're building this now. You don't want the first time your audience to hear from you to be in November or December. You want to establish that growing relationship now, establish that consistency, whether you be newsletters or weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, they should expect to hear from you. Like I know, for example, I'm subscribed to a bunch of our authors' newsletters. For example, Diane Simard, one of our authors, I get her newsletter every Thursday, and I wait for it, and I see it, and I know it's coming. So your readers should know that it's coming. Don't, you know, um, same with social, be consistent on social. Consistency is key. And, we've talked about before how selling a book, an independent book, is a business. So what are some ways that you can position your product page, whether it be on BookBaby Bookshop or Amazon, to be positioned for success come the holidays?
Well, I think you want to emphasize the why you should buy this book for the holidays, whether it's enjoyable for yourself, whether it makes the perfect gift, why maybe even books are great gifts. You have to put on your advertiser hat and get creative. And it's it's great because you can just look up like stuff on the internet about like what other people did in the past, like what makes a great Black Friday sale, creative ways to make the killer Black Friday ad, or Cyber Monday messages that really resonate. And you can check out stuff and get some inspiration. There's really cool things out there and a lot of good success stories. And think about it and how you're going to apply it. And the good news about this is it repeats every year. And so, you have a book that's an asset, and in many cases, that asset can live on. We just this morning, it was a really cool story with our publishing specialist team who talked about a gentleman who had a fantastic book that was a hit in the 60s and in the 1960s, and that used copies of this book that is no longer in publication are selling for $80 a pop on Amazon because people can't find them, and the story is really cool. So he's working with us right now with BookBaby to republish this book from then, but put a modern twist on it. So we're going to take inspiration of the book cover and really turn it into a modern take on the book, and it's going to be republished and um and get it out there. So, that's a great story about how a great story never dies, right? So a great story 50 years ago can still be a great story today that resonates with people. So you want to do this every year, and you want to have a good plan, a solid marketing plan about your Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale effort. And then what you want to do when it's over, you want to write down how you did. So what was good, what worked, how many you sold, what kind of web traffic you got. You can look at all your data analytics in your BookBaby account and see how many people came to your Bookshop page and all of that, which is great. You can see where they came from. And so you can really measure the impact of your marketing effort. And then you can take what you learned, and the next year you can refine it and try something new. Okay, this was cool. All right, this was a bust. I need to think about it differently and try new things. And then you can do this every year and get really good at it. And it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I think, that's what I would like to end with, is that this is fun. Like there's not a super strict uh rigid rule book for this. Like you should have fun with this. You should enjoy it. And it's not a one and done, like you just mentioned, Jim. Like every year, try new things. And I think that would be my closing message is have fun with it, enjoy it, get creative, but also seek inspiration from
Mhm.
other successful cases. And if there's anything that seems outside of your comfort zone, seek out experts with opinions. I know that sometimes paid advertising is confusing, especially for people who don't have little experience with it. And I'd be remiss to not mention that we have a team here that will build custom campaigns for you that are fit your exact audience. So have fun with it, seek advice from experts, and find inspiration from people who are similar to you and have had success in the past.
Yes. Don't be intimidated. It's fun. You'll be successful if you apply a strategy like we just talked about, no doubt. And you'll get better over time. And remember, it's fun. You're selling books, not rubber bands, I like to say. somebody sells rubber bands. Fortunately, it's not me, but selling books is good fun, and it's a great adventure. And I would look forward to in the comments of this video after you take what Joe and I are talking about here and you apply it. Let us know how you did. I want to hear about it.
Yeah, share with us, drop in the comments and any questions you might have as well. We will always get back to your inquiries. So, Jim, thank you so much for taking the time, and this was a lot of fun.
Thanks for having me.
Want more free self-publishing advice? Remember to subscribe to our channel.